All right.
Yeah, dude, Asian Persuasion. Yeah, I know it didn't come up when you refreshed over and over. It's like
Yeah.
fucking up. And I'm sorry. Like, I wish I could have fixed it. I don't know what the problem is, but
Dude, it's Type 5 Chiri! Sup?
so I don't know what the
Sorry.
problem is. It's hopefully everybody can see this now. So sorry about that, guys.
Bro, I'm all about that, the tankisms. I'm all about that. Tank. What do you want to talk about first, man?
I don't know. I got a few little things here. Actually, I did. Hang on.
I've got like a topic I want to talk about.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So,
What? Like what?
well, okay. I wanted to talk about cemeteries. So, like, they get a bad rap, but really, has anything supernatural or super spooky happened at them? You know?
I don't know. Probably.
Well, like, I mean, like, think about it, man. Like, it's a cemetery. Like, why has everybody got to be a papoose about going to a cemetery? I mean, they're dead. They're buried underground in a box, and they're skeletons. Like, you know. Well, I guess what I'm trying to get at is like, where did the stigma come from? Where like, cemeteries are bad juju. Don't go there.
Well, it's very easy where the stigma came from. There's dead people there.
Well, I mean, but they're dead. Like, they're dead.
Yeah, they're
too.
dead, but like, dead is always creepy to people. Doesn't matter. Like, it's always going to be creepy. That's just where they are, you know?
Dante says, legend has it cemeteries are guarded by hellhounds. You know, there's a cemetery we used to pass by in where I lived in California many moons ago. They had like gargoyles at the front, and I always thought that was weird. Spooky, scary skeletons. Well, yes, indeed, little dude. I don't know. It's just like, I think it's kind of silly that like people are like, oh, cemetery. There are apparently quite a few haunted cemeteries. I mean, that's what they say, but I don't know, man. Like, you never hear about like a haunted crematorium. A lot of dead people there.
You just never hear a lot about crematoriums, right?
It's true.
Like, nobody gives a shit. Like, crematorium is too weird. It's too creepy to talk about normally. Cemeteries are something you could drive by every day.
Yeah. And be reminded of the inevitable death that awaits all of us. That's one thing we all share in common. We're all going to die one day. Isn't that neat? That's a fun thought. Let's see. Prime says, depends on the culture for how they are. That's true. I mean, because I know like in Navajo, you don't go anywhere near dead stuff. That's taboo. You don't touch it. You get sick if somebody breathes like dead ashes on you. You'll get sick or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm just desensitized to dead things. Like I won't step on a grave. I think that's just out of respect, though. It's not like I think, you know, oh, the demons are going to take me down to the great beyond. You know? I think it's just a respect thing. Of course, we make fun of dead people on this channel all the time.
Yeah,
so.
They're dead. What are they going to do? I don't care. Like, really, it's ridiculous. Don't make jokes. Those people are dead. Fuck off. All right, we'll joke about you. You happy?
Yeah. God. The day that we become PCs, the day that I delete this channel.
Pussies.
Agreed.
God, I had a thing with stories up and I lost it.
Oh,
you know why?
Max.
Because I went through a fucking hard time getting into the Best 5 Skype, and then went through a harder time trying to figure out what was wrong with YouTube not sending out stream
Skype
notifications.
is such a pain in the butt, dude. I hate Skype.
It's just, no, the element was me not remembering the password, because I haven't been on the Best 5 Skype in a long time. Like a long time. And I was like, I was the old one or the new one, and then I did the Gmail, and it's like, no, it's a Hotmail. I was like, oh, there we go. So, that's why.
I'm still locked out of the YouTube channel. I haven't been able to log into it in forever.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the password should be the same one I gave you last time.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I think they hard banned my IP. Dude, I use Hey, Dante, I use Discord, all right? We have a Discord, but Max is too good for Discord.
I'm
Oh,
not using it. I'm not too
oh,
good for it. I'm just not using it. I don't give a shit. I have it on my computer. It's
just
just
use it.
ridiculous.
It's better.
It's a
It
pain in the
everywhere.
ass.
It's
I
how.
don't care. It's like, for one, the sound is shrill. I hate it. It stings my eardrums.
It's what?
Everybody sounds shrill on it. It's like right in my ear. I hate it. I
Okay.
hate the way it sounds.
All
But
right.
two, I don't like all the rooms and shit. I don't like that you can dip off into a private room with somebody. It's weird.
All
I just want
right.
it all to be right there. I just,
All right, man.
because I just,
Okay. All right.
Skype is basically
Yeah,
MSN Messenger, and it's just like, okay, that is what it is.
I'm sorry I asked.
Okay,
All right. Are we done? Can we get back to Halloween now?
yeah, we can get back to Halloween.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, the Spookus, Max.
I'm looking for it. I had it. I had some good ones. I had, I remember one at least. Let me turn the music up slightly.
Okay.
Okay. So, as I remember a story. So this kid, like, he sleeps in his room, right? It's crazy. But he sleeps with the door open.
No. First of all, no. Don't
That's-
do that. Never
that's-
do that.
I sleep with my door open.
What? Why?
I don't know. I like
The aliens will just waltz right into your room, you fool.
No, they're aliens. They're going to get in if they want anyway. So,
Oh my god.
he's like, every night he hears between like 3 and 4 in the morning, he hears footsteps coming up the stairs, stop right before they get in the doorway, turn around, and then go back down the stairs, and he hears them downstairs a little bit.
Oh no. Oh.
This is a really short one. He hears it every night. And then, one night, he's like, all right, I'm actually going to look when I think I'm going to see it. And he looks, and he gets up there, he sees a little kid standing in the doorway, looks at him for a second. Kid turns around and walks back down the stairs. No other little kids in the house, no little sisters or anything. It's like, oh, ghost. You got a ghost. You got a home intruder. Kill
Home
it.
intruder.
Kill it.
Killed
Just
it.
get it. Just get it.
Killed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Like, for me, the door's got to be closed, man. It's the first line of defense against the aliens when they come for me. All right. For when they come for my little white boy booty. All right. First line of defense is door.
I don't mind the door as long as all the windows are closed and covered.
Well, yeah. That's line of defense number 2. You got to have covering.
Honestly, it really weirds me out to not hear the rest of my house. It really does. Like, it really weirds me out to be like, I'm in one end of my house and the door's closed and anything could be going on in the rest of it. That weirds me out. I want to know.
I don't care. The rest of the house could be on fire. They can
No.
have it. I'm in my room. I'm in my safety zone. Don't touch me. I'm sterile.
No, that's the apathy. If I want to get to the problem before it gets out of hand. Like, such as a fire. Like, if a fire broke out, you
Well-
wouldn't know until it's too late in that case.
Well, you got fire detectors, first of all, smoke detectors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I mean,
like, what if one failed? Then you wouldn't even, like, smell it.
you've
because
got
your door's
multiple in the house, just in case that very
What if
scenario
they all
happened.
fail? Like, I just like to hear it. I just like to hear the
Alright.
rest of the house.
All right.
I like to hear, like, if somebody knocks on a door, if somebody's fucking around in another room.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to hear it. Like, it weirds me out to be more secluded in the house than not.
Yeah. All right. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty heavy sleeping anyway. I don't think having the door open, I'd probably hear half the stuff that goes on anyway. So
Yeah,
whatever.
it probably doesn't matter once you fall asleep. But,
Yeah.
I mean, even just, like, sitting down here, like, if you close the door, especially if I'm alone in the house, I close the door. I feel weird. I feel like what's going on out there? Like, it's like I lowered the bulkheads so the flood won't get into my room. But no, it's weird. I don't want to. I'd rather expose myself and deal with it head on than
Mm-hmm.
delay the inevitable.
Oh
horrible
boy.
rape.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, speaking of, I know this is like kind of an off topic. So I guess Instant Messenger for AOL was still going on, but they just killed it.
Oh yeah, like that's new. They just finally ended it. Because I remember Zudi, you're in chat. Didn't you and I like log on maybe a year ago? Just to see? I wonder how many ghosts haunt AOL AIM. Haunted it. It's gone now. I remember John had an AIM.
I had a name, but I used MSN Messenger way more.
Yeah, I did too. AIM was weird. I remember when somebody would say they're going over the AIM, I'd be like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Right.
Yeah.
And they just brought back online for Star Wars Battlefront 2, the classic Battlefront 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Disney and GOG Games brought it back, so that's cool.
I wish they'd take the maps on Battlefront 1 and put them in 2.
Hell yeah, me too, man. I wish. Anyway, so back to Spookus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So, did you find them creepy stories there, boy?
No. Nope.
Well, rip in pieces, my dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll find
All right,
something.
all right. So, in the same vein of you sleep with your window or with your door open, what about closet doors?
No, I closed the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I found it. There we go. I do close the closet.
All right.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I had like a sliding closet door that I left cracked.
Mm-hmm.
But I was never too scared of the closet. I was pretty practical, I feel like.
Yeah,
With my fears. I mean, I guess not with mirrors though, because mirrors freaked me out.
No, see, you remember, I have like 2 mirrors as my closet doors.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, I just gotta stare into that as I go to sleep every night.
Yeah,
It's fun.
that bugs shit out of me. Like I couldn't do that. I really couldn't do that. My room did not have any mirrors when I was growing up. One of my rooms when I was growing up though did have a door that led outside, and it was a full pane of glass. So, which didn't have curtains over it. And I was like, I gotta put something over this, and I never did. I never did. I never put anything over it, but it freaked me out because, you know, you look out and you can see the whole yard. And I thought, geez, I'm gonna see somebody just standing there one night.
Yeah.
I never did, but it was
Waiting to
creepy.
diddle ya, man. Waiting to diddle ya.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think if I like just casually walked by a window and saw somebody standing there, I think I would genuinely scare myself more than them trying to scare me.
Yeah.
Like, just I don't like that. That's the not okay.
Windows go both ways. Because you could be
Yeah.
out on the street walking around, you see a guy looking out at you, you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, that's true, man. That's happened to me before. It's just
Yeah.
like, why is that guy there? Like at the same moment, I'm looking at him, like, and your eyes lock, and you're like, "What's going on?" Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate
no,
that.
It's true.
Uh,
I used to ride my bike around the neighborhood, and around this corner, this old lady would stand in the window. She had like one of these windows. It's in her breakfast nook or something, and they were full-length windows. And she would just stand there and stare out at the people.
Oh, jeez.
And every now and then I'd look up and see her. I'd be like, "You witch! You fucking witch! What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Come on!"
Stop. Just stop it.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know, back where I used to live in Carbon Canyon, like if you followed the road through the canyon, you ended up in this tiny place called Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That place always was unsettling to me. Like the trees would like wrap around the road with the canopies and stuff, man. There were like willows and such.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That always kind of gave me a tingle in my dingle, if you know what I'm saying. And everybody like lived like on the sides of the hills, so all the driveways were like super steep.
Yeah.
It was weird. Sleepy Hollow is a weird little place. I don't know why I brought that up. I was just thinking about trees and roads, and I was like, oh yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Is it?
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
It's all right? It's all
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Sleepy Hollow is like probably my favorite Halloween story, by the way.
Oh yeah, Sleepy Hollow, the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, Headless Horseman, man. He's a boss.
That's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, it wasn't creepy enough for me. The movie was kind of PG, you know? And I know it goes as beyond the movie, but, like, what I remember it is the movie, you know?
Yeah.
So I wish the movie were a little more surreal. But,
Are you talking about, like, the Disney movie or, like, the movie, or?
the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's still, I like it, but it's not like,
Yeah.
you know... But the story's cool, I guess. You know, Headless Horse Guy.
Yeah.
Suppose, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I agree. It was pretty lame. But I like the concept of like a entity basically like trying to steal your identity.
Yeah.
That's like pretty baller, man. Like, because that's what he's all about. He wants to trade his pumpkin head for your head because he lost his. I don't know. It's cool. It gives like jack-o'-lanterns something cool other than they're just a fucking pumpkin. You got it out. You feel, fam?
I guess so. I don't know.
Wait, weren't jack-o'-lanterns meant to like ward off spirits or some gubbins?
Something like that, but then we read about it and they didn't mention that at all.
Right. But they mentioned like the Romans having a weird like apple orgy thing where you bob for an apple and like that's your husband or something stupid.
No, they mentioned women being stupid, and then they would play these games to try and catch a husband because they weren't pretty enough to fetch one up.
Oh my gosh, alright.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Like, if you really want to play the Halloween game, ladies, pretty up. You want to catch your husband. No, but that was it. Like, they would go to these things, and then they would, whoever bobs for an apple and gets the biggest apple gets a husband. Whoever, you know, they do tarot cards and shit like that, the creepy shit, things to try and summon husbands, potions to summon a husband. That's where that came from. So, and that lasted on out through the 1800s. So,
right.
Yeah.
Holy Roman Empire, man.
I guess so. I guess. Whatever. All right, I got a bit of a lengthy story here. You know what? You talk for a second while I quick make sure it's all right.
All right. Yeah. Skim through that story, you hot piece of co-host.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think our more commercialized Halloween is better than that the like festive kind of, you know, whatever that Halloween used to be. I like the macabre and the darkness and the scariness, and it's neat to me. Like, I don't know. I always think it's cool that people like go all out decorating their houses. I mean, I realize they do it for like Christmas and whatever, but it's so bright and cheery, and it's just like the lights, and it's cool to look at for a while, but eventually it's just like, it's too much. I don't like it. But like when people, you know, have like skeletons doing goofy stuff in the yard, or, you know, they have like ghosts in the windows, like little subtle but intricate things, little details that kind of like give their house that extra little, oh, it's kind of spooky. Like, I like that. It's cool. It's neat, you know? That being said, I've never been in a house that allowed that kind of stuff. We were very, you know, strict. You know, we get a pumpkin and we carve it, and that's about all the decorating we do for Halloween. But I've always appreciated everybody who's done it. I've always wanted to be a part of that. When I was a kid, you know, growing up in SoCal, we'd always go to, you know, Knott's and Disneyland all the time, but I always thought it was cool that Knott's like did the Halloween haunts, but I never got to go as a kid.
Sure.
I recently went a couple of years ago, and like it's amazing like how big this, like, it's its own little subculture of like people who just live for the Halloween, for like the adrenaline and being scared and like pushing the boundaries of, you know, what's okay. Like, some of those mazes are pretty like nasty. There's this one called the Tooth Fairy, right? And like there's some gnarly like nasty visuals and like noises and stuff. It's not okay, man. And there's this one part where they make you like crawl on your hands and knees basically through an air duct. Like, anytime they put you into something like that, that's not okay. That was one of the few times during the whole Halloween haunt event where I was like, I was genuinely like uncomfortable, did not want to be anywhere near. Oh, it was bad. I was not okay with that in the slightest.
Oh.
Halloween was lame before Halloween Madness. Oh, thank you. Halloween is probably my favorite holiday too. I mean, Christmas is cool and all, but Christmas basically lost its meaning to me a very long time ago. 4th of July, I agree with Max. 4th of July is pretty ballin' because, America, why not?
Mm.
The rest of the holidays basically don't mean anything to me, man. Like, Easter is just an excuse to buy more chocolate, and Valentine's Day, haha, yeah. I'm the president and CEO and chief of Forever Alone, the LLC. Come buy our T-shirts. Turkey Day.
But if you're Forever Alone, wouldn't it be my T-shirts and not our T-shirts?
Well, it's a company. Yeah. So I was speaking on behalf of the whole company. Like Turkey Day. I love my family, but we can never really be that together for a very long time without fighting, so Turkey Day is not that great for me. Of course, it's probably most American families these days can't seem to have one meal together without it being at each other's throats. And the rest of the holidays are just basically bank days, so more of an inconvenience to me than anything else because I can't go to the bank. So, there's that. But like Halloween, man, it's just like, there's like candy. There's people getting scared. You can scare people, and nobody's gonna be like, "Why'd you do that, you dick?" Like, it's cool. You can be extraordinary for Halloween, and no other holiday really allows you to dress up as something else and go just crazy and become that persona. It's neat. It's fun. I like it. Coyote hunting last night. Ash says he begs to differ.
Ash,
holidays are all good for my fam. Well, good for you, Ash.
I got one.
All right?
I got one. Here we go. Okay, this one's short, but it's pretty effective. Since we're talking about Windows.
Oh, don't. Oh no.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't window me.
Okay. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Put on the.
Fall weather is best weather. Let me just finish my little rant there with fall weather is best weather. Thank you, Asian. Go ahead, Max.
Asian persuasion. Okay. Have we talked to you before, Asian persuasion? Are you Justin? I'm serious, because that's what Justin's name is on his Instagram. Anyway. A friend and I were getting ready to go pick up dinner at night. We were walking down my driveway. We see a car parked at the end. Unsure who it was and why they were outside of my house, I walked down to peer through the window. Inside is a well-dressed man and woman. They're looking straight ahead, no expression. I tap on the window and try to talk to them. They remain motionless, still staring forward. I go back inside with my friend to call my parents to ask what to do. But then I go back outside to get a plate number, and they're gone. I never saw them again. Oh!
Boy, why, man? That's
man. That combines possible mannequin and window.
Oh,
no thanks.
Oh, don't like that.
No.
All right. So, side note on that: why do people feel it's necessary to walk up to my window and tap on it when they need to talk to me? Like, clearly, if I wanted to talk to you while I'm sitting in my car, I would have rolled down my window or gotten out of my car. Oh,
I always ask me when somebody does that to me, and I always see them coming first. I always act like I don't see them until they tap on the window, and then when they tap on the window as a last line of defense, I act really frustrated. I'm like, what?
Oh my gosh. No, man.
Yeah, that's my move, and it's worked a few times. You're like, oh, never mind, sir. I'm like, good. So yeah, there's your tip of the day.
Maybe I'll try that next time. Although it genuinely upsets me when people touch my car. It's like, it's mine. Stop. Go away. Don't.
Yeah, I don't like people touching my things. They can go away. Shoo.
Yeah, shoo.
Yeah.
Stop. Stop. My things be gone.
Speaking of,
Yes.
this one's no, I don't want to read that. That's dumb.
All right.
All right.
Good story.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Oh, okay. I see one here called "Shape in the Trees."
Oh, Lord have mercy.
All right, we'll give it a shot. I'm gonna read this one blind, guys. So if it sucks, you can lynch me later. Was up late one night watching TV alone in the living room.
Oh, good. What a setup for a story, Max.
When I was about 12, heard my dog growling in the kitchen. Sometimes he does that when he sees something in the backyard. A cat, a squirrel, a plastic bag blowing in the wind, the moon, whatever. So I went to investigate, and I see him standing at the door with the hair on his back standing. Like the way I've only ever seen when he's about to go into a fight, or wants to. So I creep over and look out. I see nothing. After watching for a minute or two, I figure it was probably a raccoon that's fucked off now. Jeez, language. So I open the door and let the dog out. He steps out a few feet and stops in front of me. Looking off towards the shed in the back corner of the yard. It's the middle of the night, and only the back porch light is on, which isn't enough to really light up the whole yard. I look off towards the shed, scan around it, nothing. Then my eyes drift upwards, towards the tree that hangs over the shed. There's something dark, undefined, up in the tree.
Oh, no.
And the instant my eyes fix on it, it quickly floats up like a wisp of smoke being blown away, and disappears off the backdrop of the night sky. No sound, no flapping of wings, or even rustling of the branches. My dog goes mental and starts barking at it. He's still right in front of the door, so I reach forward and grab his collar and yank him inside and book it out of the kitchen. I try to wake my mom up, blabbering about some dark cloud in the tree, but she's asleep. To this day, I don't know what it could have been.
Huh. Now that's interesting.
There we go. There
Huh.
we go. Yeah, weird.
Typical, like, parental figure in the story, though, just doesn't pay the kid any attention.
Doesn't even wake up.
Mm-hmm. For all I know, it could be a robber about to swoop in and, like, gobble him up or something.
Don't even wake up.
Don't even wake up, man.
All right, does anybody
Shame.
want to call up and talk to us for a little bit? Right now, go ahead and speak it if you do. See if we can get anybody we have never talked to before. Now's your chance. We're going to keep talking until then. All right.
Man, that's weird. That's goofy, man.
Yeah.
Like,
You ever had an animal bark at something that wasn't there?
yeah. My dog's, when I had a dog, of course he was a fraidy cat, so he'd bark at, his own shadow sometimes. But, there was one time, it was like late at night, I was gaming on my laptop, and he was outside. I had my window open, right? It's summer night. All's quiet, and then he's just, like, going, like, batshit crazy, man. Starts barking, going crazy. And, like, I open, I peel the blinds open, like, see what the frick this guy, I was gonna yell at my dog and see what he's barking at. And, there's just, like, a cloud of dust, in front of the street, because I can see through my gate, and see at the street. But I didn't hear anything run. There wasn't a car. I don't know what it was. I told him, Bagel, like, shut up, dude. It's like 12 o'clock. And, so, I go to the back door to let him in. And when I get to the back door, his tail's between his legs and he's shivering like he's just scared out of his wits. I'm like, the fuck happened to you, dude? So I don't know. That was weird. That was the only, like, weird time that he, like, barked at, nothing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, like, normally, like, if it was a cat or something, he would, like, do an aggressive bark. This was like a yelp bark. Like, he was being, like, hurt or he was scared or something. That was really weird, but I mean, like I said, I didn't really investigate and check for footprints, and it never happened again, so I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know.
Ghosts, man. I told you when we first moved here, back before there was the house that's behind ours, and that's where the lady with the monkey lived.
Uh,
But they were still like finishing the house next to hers,
yeah.
and then like at night I would hear somebody digging back there.
Oh.
Yeah, that was always weird. I feel like there's probably a body or a stash buried under that house's foundation. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I had a lot of animals growing up. Like way huge amount of animals. And
Oh yeah, you did.
I don't know, they would always do weird shit. They'd always do weird shit. Animals are weird. They were probably most of all the creepy shit I would hear would be like the chickens like getting the bugs off the wall. It'd be like like, oh Jesus,
Right.
but it's chickens just getting the
Goats standing up against the house.
goats getting on the roof.
What?
Yeah, they because they climb, right?
Right.
They would
Yeah.
get on the roof sometimes, and then you'd be like, "What the fuck? Hop down!" And he'd hop down. Like, Jesus, fuck, little fucker. Because sometimes we'd have shit stacked next to our house, and you just climb up there and be on the roof, and you're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And so that would be a thing that would happen occasionally. That was when I was very, very younger. But yeah, no, they would do that creepy shit. But we did have some dogs, and we had some cats that would be inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally a cat would do something that would be like, "What the fuck are you up to?" Like dogs. Go ahead. What?
That's just cats, though, man.
I know that's just cats. Dogs, not so much. I never saw a dog really like bark at a corner or something. But I would sit there and watch these cats, and I'd be like, "What are you looking at?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'd watch this cat just stare at something, and I'd try and figure it out. I'd go over there and look, and I'd stand in front of the cat, and the cat would just stare. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" It was the creepiest shit in the world. And I don't know. I've seen more than one cat do that, and it always freaks me out.
Mm-mm.
And I don't know what the fuck they're doing when they do that. They're staring at something.
The demons.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen dogs like bark at the wall or something, but then you figure, okay, who knows? Maybe there's something on the other side of the wall. Maybe they smell something that they don't like.
Yeah.
It could be. I don't know what it is. I feel like dogs don't have that weird mystical element to them.
Right.
like dogs aren't going to be a witch's pet.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but a cat would be. So I don't know. There's just something creepier when a cat does it to me.
Mm-hmm. And no, Panda. The monkey lady only lived there for about a year. I got my dog. We had already lived here like almost 7 or 8 years by the time we got a dog, so she was way moved away. She had a Reese's. What are they called? Reese's monkey, right?
Shit. She had a Captain Jack monkey.
Yeah. The one that was from Pirates of the Caribbean, that little monkey. She had one of those in like a big bird cage that she kept in her backyard, so I could see it from my backyard, and we'd always go harass that monkey. It was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty cool. I ride my bike over there, and Kevin and I would stare over the fence at it and just watch it.
We just sit there staring at this monkey for hours.
And I remember, like, no, it wasn't a Reese's monkey. Those fuckers are huge, right? Aren't they?
Oh,
No. I'm thinking, no, that's them. You're right. No, you're right. I was thinking of another one.
Okay.
But whatever it was a monkey, a macaw, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. It was a monkey, and he would sit there in the window, and he would stare back at us.
Yep.
You have to add us first, Dante. Message me first, and then we'll sort that out. Yeah, definitely send a
Batman.
message first.
You mean Man Bat?
Oh, I still gotta call Ducky about that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. Anyway, what else do I have? Okay, let's see here. I got kind of a lengthy one. Kind of.
Were you trying to spell Chapu Chan? What's
Me?
a chap?
Who?
I don't know.
All right. Do you have an attic?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah, but it's not like an easily accessed one. It doesn't have like a fold down ladder. You got to move the tile, right, and then get an actual ladder from the inside of that garage, and then
Okay.
climb up there.
Oh,
And
I've
then,
seen it. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's enough space to stand up there, though. Like we could store stuff up there amongst all the asbestos and pink stuff.
Okay. We had an attic in my last house, and it was the first attic I ever had. And I have an attic story here. I don't know if it's as extreme as my attic story. Maybe. Let's see here. Okay. Attic story. Here we go. Let me change that music. It's starting to drive me nuts. I can't remember whether I have shared this story on Reddit before or whatever. I'll retype it. There we go. I don't believe in the paranormal, but some shit, language, went down at a place I used to live at about a year ago. And I still can't explain it.
Mm-hmm.
It was part of an old Victorian house that got split up into 4 smaller apartments. Each apartment had really high ceilings and its own laundry room. Our laundry room was the only one that had attic access. Not like the usual pull-down stairs or anything. We're talking a 3x3 square cut of the ceiling held up by 2 long planks on the side of the attic that were nailed into it. Inside the attic were 2 beams that were nailed along the side of the hole to keep the square in place. In order to get into the attic, you would actually have to completely lift the square clear of the 2 beams and push or twist it to the side. A couple of months after we moved there, we noticed that the attic access was open, like perched crookedly across the runner beams. Ugh. We figured someone went in there to inspect before we moved in and forgot to close it, and it just took us a while to notice. Oh, jeez. We tried to close it and couldn't on our own. We didn't have a ladder, and there was nothing besides the washer or dryer to stand on, which didn't make us, or even our 6'3" downstairs neighbor, tall enough to get it shut. So we had to pile boxes and a bunch of stuff up to hold it, while our neighbor climbed up precariously to shut it. Fast forward another few months, and I was out of the apartment hanging out at my boyfriend's place. So gay. I got a frantic call from my roommate saying that she heard a whump noise and went to check it out, and the attic was open again. She sent me a picture, and it looked as if someone had pushed it up enough to clear the beams and then slid it back enough so that one of the beams held it up and was shut, and it was shut, angled out of the hole. Oh, jeez. This time was significantly more freaky because we had also experienced other odd things happening, like doors closing on their own, disembodied footsteps and smells. Once I was semi-asleep on our couch and thought I heard a roommate get home from work. I said hi without opening my eyes, and I heard someone walk across the living room, open her door, and begin to shut it. I opened my eyes in time to see the door to her room close after getting no hi back from her. I got up and knocked, then opened the door, and no one was there. She came home about a half hour later. Ew. Ew. Yeah. At that point, the roommate was afraid that either something supernatural was going on, or maybe we had some kind of creepo living in the attic. Yes, it's that one. But we were too freaked to look. Plus, it didn't make any sense for the creepo explanation. Yes, it does. To get up there without a ladder, you'd have to be a master at parkour. I mean, a creepo would be. Even for a very tall person, it would be extremely hard to reach the board and shut it. Plus, all of the doors and windows were always locked and nothing ever went missing. Doesn't matter. Even though I didn't really believe in this stuff, we went ahead and burned some white sage because she wanted to and figured it couldn't hurt anything.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing more happened after that, and we moved out shortly for unrelated reasons. So I don't know who lives there now and if they've experienced similar things. Oh, okay. There we go. That was a good one. That was an okay one.
It's a dude in the attic.
It's a guy. It's a
guy. Oh yeah.
I have an attic story.
Is this like you mean like one you found or one you have?
One I've had.
Ah!
Yes. Actually, I'm sure some of you have heard the attic story before, but that kind of reminded me of it. In the previous house I lived in, the one with the pictures of that horrible basement. Actually, I remember this. It was the night that you and I recorded the Cowman video.
Oh, no, really?
This happened the night we recorded that.
Ew.
back then I would sleep in that house alone at night, and uh, I never fell asleep with all my lights off. I'm not one of those people that can do that. I have to have a light on. And that night I woke up, middle of the night. I don't know what time it was, and to banging going up upstairs in the attic, I guess. And
Mm-mm.
it was like really loud banging, like somebody was picking up a desk and dropping it, like, doof. And I could hear the things that we had hanging on the walls and on tables and things like chattering as the booms would happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what is doing that? And I shot up out of bed and I ran out in the front porch and I remember like banging against the ceiling of the porch in like a weird in a weird sort of defensive guerrilla silverback way. And it stopped. And I kind of woke up. I was like, what the fuck was that? And a few days later, the landlord came over, and that was a duplex. And the other half of the house was vacant at that time. So the landlord came over, and I said, "Hey, I heard loud sounds up there." And he went over to the other side, and it was locked, and the windows were intact, and the only access to the attic was in the other half of the house, the duplex, duplex number B, letter B, and the attic was locked. And he went up there, and he said it was empty, and that there was nothing up there, not even like signs of animals up there.
Mm.
And like, I was like, really? Are you sure? Like, I heard something loud, and it freaked me out. And he says, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. And that was it. Nothing it never happened again. I don't know what it was. Freaked me out pretty badly. Nobody was living on the other side of the house at the time. And it's weird shit. I don't know what to.
Ghosts.
Ghosts, I guess so. I don't know. I would believe somebody on the roof before anything, but yeah, which is even creepier. But still, that was really weird. But I just remembered that was the same night we recorded the Cowman story.
Ugh. You think
So-
Cowman was trying to climb down your chimney?
I mean, it was like a thought the next day, Like, yeah, did we summon it?
Did we summon it?
Yeah. So anyway, we have Dante typing to us here
Oh, what's up,
on the internet.
Roger?
Yeah. Hey Dante, ready to be added in? As Ash would say, Dante is new fresh meat.
Oh, wow. That seems kind of redundant.
Yeah, he says. Okay, here we go. Never talked to him before, I don't think.
Right.
Oh, jeez, this picture. It's an anime guy with a gun.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Take it easy, son. It's just a drawing.
Whoa.
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 Hello.
Dante.
There we go.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Dante, have we talked to you before?
Briefly, I was the Fallout guy.
Fallout
When you guys
guy.
asked me to mix you two together and do a Fallout playthrough. But
Oh, I remember that.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, okay. How's it going, man?
pretty good.
Pretty
Chilling.
good.
Yeah.
How's what are you doing for Halloween?
I might do some Castlevania cosplay with some friends.
Whoa.
Hell yeah, dude.
Whoa.
Bam, bam,
You
bam.
gonna go find a castle to walk around in?
No. Funny enough, we're gonna go to a graveyard.
Okay.
Oh, so you gotta go fight the skeletons and then go beat the shit out of Dracula because Dracula's a dick and a hard ass boss to beat.
Depending
Right?
on which game. Yep.
Yeah.
So how you guys been?
We've been. I mean, you're hearing it.
I am dying of hay fever and Max is just existing.
So yeah, there's that. If that's a sad answer, I don't know what it is, but so yeah, Dante, your name you have a good Halloween name.
You do.
Yeah.
Have you seen Dante's Inferno, Dante?
I've read the book and I played the game.
Okay.
Ah.
All right. I'm
Also,
Oh.
I'm sorry. Continue.
No. Please, Dante, please.
The origins for this name is Dante from Devil May Cry, and
Hey.
the last name is from Ezio from Assassin's Creed 2 to Revelations.
Whoa.
Hardcore.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think I believe you. What's your favorite creepy thing, Dante?
Ooh, my favorite
Yeah.
creepy thing. It's actually going back to the Windows thing. Hearing
Yeah?
somebody knock on the window.
Mm.
Like, just imagine you're sleeping at night, you're in a good dream. All of a sudden, you just hear someone knocking on your window, and you're like, it's 2 a.m. This
Yeah.
cannot be good.
Just don't. Just don't. I've had salespeople, right? Like they ring the doorbell, and then like they go to the window and knock on the window. It's like, bro, you were just at the door. Knock on the door like a normal human would. All right.
Right. I've had people
Oh.
do that too. Yeah.
Right. Why would you do? Oh, don't do that. That's
Yeah.
so disturbing. Ah.
That's desperate. That's desperate.
It is desperate. Yeah, man.
We
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry, Dante. I'll make it real fast. At the first house I ever lived at in my life, I grew up most of my childhood in, they had the electric meter on the back of the house. And we had a big yard. So the guy would have to come in the yard and walk around the house to see it. And there were more than a few times where I saw that guy walking around in the windows. And I was like, what the fuck? You know? And of course, the meter's right next to the living room window, and I would see him there, and I'd be like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna kill a guy." And then and then he like smiles at me and tips his hard hat, and I'm like, "Oh, he's a nice guy," you know. Like, oh, that's the nice electric boy.
I love your escalation goes from what was that to I gotta kill a man now.
Well, I mean, they're in the yard, it's like,
you gotta take precautions. You
Yeah.
can't play
You gotta protect your own.
yeah. And then they started getting smart, and he would park along the street and use binoculars to see the numbers.
They really do
equally-
that?
Yeah, that's how they did that over there. I'm sure that's how they still do it. So
Oh man.
yeah.
That is equally as creepy. Honestly.
Yeah, it is in a way. Yeah, yeah. So, Dante. Thing in the window. You're gonna be happy about the next Unexplained YouTube, which we recorded a long time ago, and I just haven't put it up yet. Dante, do you like Squatch?
Used to, not anymore.
Not anymore.
I mean, like, I'll still watch occasional Squatch videos.
Yeah.
But the moment I heard there was experts, I said, "Oh no, it's time to stop."
Well, I mean, the cool thing about saying you're an expert is you don't have to have a doctorate or any education to say you're an expert in a field, and people will believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an
know
expert in bullshittery, and like people are like, "Oh, that's nice."
Yeah, especially Bigfoot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like you and I could say we're experts in Bigfoot.
yeah. Now we never do, granted, because I do not want that title or that association. But people assume, like, people will light up our comments on videos like, these guys claim to be experts. It's like, bro, in the history of this channel, we have never said we know what we're talking about. We just watch it, make an analysis, have some jokes, whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right, Max. We could say we're experts. We've watched so many of these damn videos.
Yeah, and I've seen so many of the documentaries, and I've seen
Oh,
so
yeah.
many.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I've read the books. It's just Bigfoot, six-fingered big feet. That's right.
Six-fingered big feet.
Oh.
Go
I
ahead.
flipped
Dante.
over my truck and took my best woman.
Well, I live in Wisconsin, and we have something called the Beast of Bray Road. I'm sure you guys heard of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the werewolf.
Yeah.
Though granted, I've never seen it. I've gone on a few hunts. I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, but never saw it. Kind of a little disappointed because I live close to Burlington,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but never saw it. Though
you
I did. What?
Oh, no, no, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I was gonna say, though I did mistake my ex for a black-eyed child once, and that was funny.
Oh, that's. Did you tell her that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow.
Man,
Well.
that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. It's a funny story. So I'm in my truck, and I'm just on my phone, just listening to Persona music. All of a sudden, I just like hear this knock on the window, and like I actually like sped off. I didn't want to deal with nothing. I was so scared, and I couldn't sleep the day before because I just learned about the black-eyed children. So it
Oh,
was a little
nice.
perfect. So
So let me ask you this, Dante.
yeah,
Did you learn about the black-eyed children from us?
no.
Fuck!
Dang it! We got to change up our outreach, Max. We're not doing a good enough job.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually heard about it from a friend,
Mm.
and that's how that happened. And then like I went on YouTube and I looked it up. I was like, "There's no way this can be a phenomenon." And then like I found a bunch of videos. I found your video about it.
Oh, there we go. Is that how you found us?
No,
Oh.
I found you guys through the Hopkinsville Alien.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
the
that thing, dude.
Hopkinsville Alien. That's right.
Oh, that thing's awesome, man.
I occasionally go back to that video and watch it because I love laughing at it.
Thank you,
guys are-
Dante.
Yeah.
As
You
far
and
as
my friend-
alien encounters go, that one's at least it's unique. I'll give it that.
Yeah, dude.
No, dude,
That's
that's
weird.
fucked up. Like it grabbed the guy's hair.
Right?
You know?
Like, oh, yep.
It fucking grabbed the guy's hair. Like fuck off. You're gonna get shot, alien. You know?
Didn't they shoot it? But like apparently they missed or something. I don't
No,
know.
they like shot it. They shot it. Then they do like the thing in Predator where they just shoot.
Yeah, they shot into the darkness trying to hit it.
Yeah, and I swear
Yeah.
one got hit and they saw green blood or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If it bleeds, we kill it.
If it,
Mhm.
yeah,
No, I messed that up.
if it bleeds, we kill it. That's not as it's not as badass, but it still works, I guess.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
If it bleeds, we kill it. Yeah.
Don't do that. Fuck to the hand. Get down.
Get down.
Don't do that. That's my favorite one when he says, "Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that again."
Phase plasma rifle with the 40-watt range. Just what you see, pal. Uzi 9
Uzi 9
millimeter.
millimeter. I love it too. Hey, you can't do that. Wrong.
Wrong.
Just blows him away. I'm gonna mess you up, pal.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get him.
What is that lamp?
Oh no, I'm choking now.
Oh, don't do that, man.
So let me ask you guys, what are you guys doing for Halloween?
Oh man.
Probably
Kendall?
talking to you. Probably gonna do another Halloween live stream like we did last year. I don't know what all we're gonna do on the Halloween live stream. I don't know if Max is gonna be out in the field telling ghost stories while I watch him on FaceTime and pray that he doesn't get gobbled up on live, whatever we're watching it on.
Look, guys. Look. Let me say this. I'm gonna try my hardest
Uh-huh.
to be hunting for a supernatural on Halloween.
Bring Sabrina with you.
Okay, she'll have the menstruation and attract the squatch.
Yeah, the pheromones.
Yeah.
She'll have the menstruation, Max.
Yeah. What I mean, what do you want me to call it? You know? It's
Oh no.
You want me to call it the rag?
No, no.
It's one or the other, right?
Oh great.
Anyway, yeah, you guys do it, man. I'll run HQ like I did last time. We'll have a grand old Halloween experience.
Okay. Yeah, no, I really want to.
Yeah.
I think I could throw together something special. If not stream it, I will put together something to put up before Halloween.
All right.
You know?
Alright.
And I don't know. I don't really have big plans. I mean, I'm a little old now. If I try to go get candy from strangers, they'll call the cops on me. So the only appeal to Halloween's taken away from me now. Because I mean, here you try to scare people, they'll stab you or shoot you because it's Arizona. So I don't want none of that.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh yeah. Actually, I never. I don't know if you guys, if I missed the video or anything, but how was the Skinwalker?
Oh wow, Dante!
Like,
Oh wow.
Welcome to April.
Yeah.
I think I missed it.
Oh yeah, I would say so. I mean, it was good. It was interesting. If you want a quick recap of the Skinwalker hunt, we went out for 2 days. Night one was interesting. Night one we did not record.
Y'all should have.
I mean, you know, we got out there at like 4 a.m. and it was like, let's just walk. Let's just do it. And we got out there. We had cameras ready in case anything happened, but nothing really happened other than there's a Hogan out there. Hogan is like it's a savage house, basically.
Oh, Max!
And and Ash opens it up and he's like, this is a Hogan and they live here. And then once they die, nobody can live here again. I was like, okay, cool. And there's some dogs with us. And I really thought that there were no dogs like in the Hogan when we closed the door. I really thought that. Because we had a good look in there and we all have flashlights and shit. And Ash closes the door and we walk way far away from it. Like we're probably 100 yards away from it. And I hear this strange noise. It was almost human-ish. I hear a strange noise and it makes me turn back and Ash is still talking. He doesn't even notice it. And it makes me turn back and I'm like, what? What is that? And I say, stop. And everybody stops. And I think I whistle. I had a rape whistle on me. And I blew it. And then I heard a dog kind of yelping. And we went back to the Hogan and there's a dog that was stuck in the Hogan. And I just remember when we opened the door and the dog scurried out, and he was like a nice dog, you know, he wasn't weird or anything. I just had this creepy feeling like somebody put the dog in there, you know. I just had a very creepy feeling that somebody put the dog in there. And I remember turning around and looking out at the sort of pseudo savanna landscape and thinking, huh. This must have been what it felt like when Chief Brody looked at the ocean, knowing there's a shark in the water. Like, this is creepy. It was fucking weird. Like, it made me feel like creeped out and sort of violated a bit. So that was night one. That was the only thing that happened night one. Night two, we went out, and that whole thing is you can listen to the stream, Dante. It's called Skinwalker Expedition, and it's on the channel.
Yeah.
And it's Kendall hosting the stream, and occasionally he would get live updates from Ash while we were out there walking around. And as far as like the visual element goes, there was really nothing to see other than I thought, me and somebody else in the party thought we had seen a little girl at one point.
Oh, no.
Like very early on in the process, like of going out there. We thought we saw a little girl, and we went up to the point, and then we thought we heard a little girl laughing at some point. And we looked around and I had the gun out and I was ready to shoot a little girl and and there was no little girl, like nothing. Nobody was out there. Later on, we had the evidence of what seemed like probably there's a mountain lion nearby. And
I am like 90% sure you guys were being stalked or stalking a big cat. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we were being stalked, but I think there was one around there. You know, and so the
from
threat.
what I hear,
oh, what's that, Dante?
Sorry, but from what I hear, big cats make like human screams or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, they can.
Oh, they can. Yeah.
But that's not what I heard. Like, I didn't hear like a human, like a cat going like doing the "Meh" thing. I heard like little giggles, like little girl giggles. And it's like,
No.
oh, was that Ash? You know, like the only one I knew that was out there that could giggle like that is Ash. So, no, but we never saw it. We thought we heard it jump down off of a tree at one point, and other than that, like I didn't feel Skinwalker-ish that night. I just felt like, okay, there's probably a mountain lion out here, you know.
Yeah.
But the first night, I got a really eerie feeling after that happened. But there's like no footage to really speak of. There's no, there's no audio recordings to really speak of. I would do it again. Ash said, if we do it again, do it on a night when there's no moon. See, we went out there when there was a full moon, and apparently that's bad because the skinwalkers, I don't know if it's magic or they just like the guise of the darkness. I don't know. I'm not a skinwalker expert, though I feel like I play one on the internet. So.
No, I get you. I actually do plan on streaming.
Yeah.
One of these days, probably like in the winter. Me and a couple of buddies going up north trying to find something spooky.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I don't know. It's a big maybe though because we all have poor quality.
Dante?
Yeah.
Oh, you cut out, buddy.
What an ironic spot to cut out.
Yeah, I have poor quality. Dead.
Yeah, poor quality died. No, we got poor quality like phones.
Yeah. Well, see, Dante, what you could do, you could get on like I don't know what your budget is, but like if you really wanted to do something interesting, you just get on like Amazon and buy a $30 or $40 like action cam, and just have it run the whole time.
Yeah, that's really all you need.
Yeah.
See, and that's what I was trying to get you guys to do, but you buttheads didn't do it.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Not day one.
Not day one, no, but but day two we did, and there's just nothing on the footage at all. It's just boring to watch. Like nobody would want to see it. Trust me, guys. It's really boring.
Well, that's why we need to get a night vision cam that we can just have running. We can just mount it to
night vision.
Well, we'll just mount it to the mystery machine and drive around the woods yelling Bigfoot out the window.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
catch him.
Kitty 86. We do have footage, but there's nothing on the footage.
Yeah, it's nothing good.
Yeah, there's nothing there. There's nothing to see. Also, Kitty said EVPs. We have EVP stuff planned for Halloween Madness.
Yep, that's coming up real soon.
I've explored a few abandoned buildings, but not a whole lot happened. Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot does happen in abandoned places because they're abandoned. Asbestos, you wear a little masky. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, but I would like to do something like that. I think I want to take some people, and we're gonna, because I have all this stupid shit now to do this, and then we're gonna drive out, maybe to where Bell Witch is, maybe to where some ghost stories happened, and just see. I don't know. It'd make for good Halloween. Probably edit it to be watchable.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Belmont.
We found crackheads before, man.
Oh no, this should be a good story.
No, it's on our Kingman Adventure video that came out right before the Skinwalker expedition. Max and I went down to the wagon trails and we ran into a freaking crackhead, and so we turned tail and went back to the car.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, because we were probing the bushes with our spotlights, and Max gets a reaction off of somebody. We're like, "Whoops, gotta go."
Yeah, I heard a guy. Was it in the video? Could you hear it in the video?
Yeah, very faintly. But yeah, there's like a slight audio cue. Yeah,
I think I heard somebody go, "Hey," or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I was like, "Okay, let's go." That's no ghosts.
There's no ghosts, just people I don't want to deal with.
Just the people that do the swastikas up on the caves. That's all.
Yeah, the swastikas and the anarchy A's and the pagan symbols. Yeah.
Look, I'm not an anarchist. I don't want in that club, so they can
have it.
I'm actually surprised we even found that. That's like a weird portal. That's like a Stargate you have to go through to get to that.
Yeah, no, it's so weird to get there, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We passed it like 3 times before I figured it out too. Oh man, classic.
Okay, so you said you guys live in Arizona, right?
Oh, I live in Arizona. Max now lives in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to live in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was, I think it was Arizona that they were telling me that there's like dinosaur sightings, either like a pterosaur or like a velociraptor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's all that kinds of nonsense. I mean, there was recently a lizard person sighting down in the Phoenix area, between Phoenix and Tucson, I think. Some lady says she saw like a bipedal lizard person in a cave wearing overalls, and it hissed at her, and she freaked out. You can't make this stuff up, people. Like, oh my god. Okay,
Yeah.
true. There is truth that there's a lot of dinosaur bones found in Arizona. We've got everything from like giant sloth to Dilophosaurus and all kinds of crazy stuff. But the possibility of an ancient lizard living in modern times, it's not happening. It's no.
Nobody said anything about ancient.
Now let
It's a lizard man. Come on.
Okay, well, why would lizard man live in a cave where it's cold if he's cold-blooded? That doesn't make sense.
Because maybe it was the dead of summer and he needs some shade.
Why is he wearing overalls?
to keep them warm. I don't know.
Because he doesn't want his lizard schween hanging out. I have the drawing. Zudi did the drawing. Come on.
It's true. It's true. Oh my gosh. Tucson is terrible. Thank you for agreeing with me, whoever you are. You are a great person in my book. Tucson, I don't like Tucson at all.
I heard DSP call it Tucson once.
Tucson. I'm gonna start calling it now. It's like when you say Prescott instead of Prescott, like everybody gets triggered when you're in the city and you call it the wrong name. I'm gonna start doing that in Tucson every time I go to Tucson now.
Yeah.
Just call it Tucson to trigger them.
Tucson.
Yeah, it's not a thunderbird, but there is like a legend of some sort of like great winged thing that stalks Arizona.
Well,
and
there's a lady that my mom used to work with in Kingman that swears, and I kind of believe it. She wasn't one to make shit up, especially about this, but she swears she saw a thunderbird once.
Well, okay, here's the thing, though. We have the California condor up at the Grand Canyon. They have over 100-mile flight radius. So it's not infeasible that one might have flown all the way out here.
Yeah,
just kind of doing its thing.
Look, maybe. Or it was a pterodactyl. As George Norrie once said.
Yeah.
As George Norrie once said, pterodactyls, they're out there.
They're out there.
They're out there.
Yeah. So you just remember that, guys. Yeah.
Also, have you guys? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, have you guys heard of the Goat Man?
Oh,
that's
of course.
creepy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think if you go back to Best 5 videos from 2012, all you'll hear about is Goatman.
Yep.
Because Goatman was our meme, remember?
Mm-hmm.
It's the Goatman. Because on a Mike and Max cast, Zudi and I read a story where a guy in, I think it was Utah, was dressing up as a goat and living with goats.
Yeah, that's not okay. Oh, yeah, no, the guy just said, like, hey, screw society, and then he decided to...
live with goats.
Yeah.
Yeah, and live as a goat.
And that was literally his only reasoning, is he just was tired of everything, so he just went and became a goat.
Yeah, so that spurred on Goatman, and then we researched it more, and it turns out it's like an actual cryptid in certain places. But yeah, no, we've heard about Goatman, real and paranormal, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why, do you have any Goatman sightings, Dante?
Well, he's reportedly sighted here in Wisconsin, but as far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen him. Thank God. I would have a heart attack if I saw a man with hooves and a goat head. Oh no.
Oh no. Well, there you have TC, right? TC.
Yes.
I don't know if you've heard that story of his, Dante, of TC. I think also lives in Wisconsin, or he was in Wisconsin when this happened, right? I forget. So he's driving one night. I'm not going to recite the whole story because you can go and watch it on one of the last year's. It was either last year or the year before's Halloween Madness. But he told a story where he saw the deer lady, which was very similar to the Goat Man, and that's a very creepy story.
I think I remember. No, I had a similar story. I shared it with you guys. The one
really?
where I was airsoft. Yeah, I was airsofting with a bunch of buddies. To recap, I was airsofting with a bunch of buddies up north, and we saw this decaying deer. I don't know if you remember that story. And like it chased us. And we
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I never knew about the deer lady, but Okay, that's interesting. That's a little creepy,
Yeah, yeah.
honestly.
I mean,
Oh
look,
no.
if I saw that on the side of the street or the side of the road, like that's what her joints were all like creepy,
Oh yeah.
and she was like tall and gaunt. And didn't he say that she's wearing something reddish? I can't remember, but he said when he looked in her face, it looked really gaunt, and she had crazy hair and her long spindly limbs and things like that. Creepy. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I've heard of the Goat Man, and when he said that, it sounded really similar. So don't know.
Well, Wisconsin has some weird cryptids out there. All right, that's nice.
I guess so. And you know, another story that happened in Wisconsin. This is from my friend Kevin, who I should get him on and have him tell the story himself because I'm sure I'm leaving stuff out. Was his somebody in his family. I don't know if it was his uncle or if it was like a grandfather or something. But somebody in his family was in Wisconsin. I think they ended up at a graveyard. So here we go, back to going full circle here. They stopped at a graveyard and there was a hitchhiker. Which don't pick up a hitchhiker, guys. Really?
I can back that up. Don't do it.
Okay, there we
Yeah.
go. Perfect. So he picks up a hitchhiker, and the guy's wearing like a black cloak. And
No, no.
the guy gets in the back seat, and he says, "Where do you want to go?" And the guy just points straight ahead. It's like, okay. And so they drive for a while, and the guy says, "Stop here," or whatever. And the guy gets out of the car, and I guess he says thank you or something. And when the guy walks in front of the car, he sees that he actually, like, his cloak lifts up a bit, and he sees that he has like hooven feet. He's like hooves. And
What?
the guy just walks into the tree line out of sight. Like, what the
Oh.
fuck? Yeah, and that was in Wisconsin too. So whatever the hell that was.
So what are you guys doing over in Wisco, man? I thought it was like cheese country, not creepy town McUSA.
I can't tell you, but this is a little unrelated story.
Okay.
By the way, disclaimer: please don't do what I did.
Okay.
So, I wanted to have a feel of being a private investigator. So, I did it illegally. I'm not proud to admit that, but I did it illegally. But someone hired me to go follow the kid.
Oh,
You know,
jeez.
he's like 16, 17. You know, he's still trying to figure out life. I'm 19, so I can't really speak myself. But so I'm just following him around, and like he hooks up with a bunch of buddies, and they go out of town. They hit up like some woods, like near Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Not a little less than Milwaukee. Like it's on the highway. So you know, I follow them in, and like someone's handing out a bunch of black cloaks. So I said, I can either A, be creepy and just sit back and watch, or B, it was like, okay, I'm getting paid for this, and I need to know what he's doing. So I just grabbed one of the cloaks, and it turns out it was a pagan ritual, and it was the weirdest, creepiest thing because they grabbed the cat. God rest that cat's soul.
Oh, jeez.
But then like they poured the cat's blood in a cup, and I sat there and I was like, oh, they're not gonna make me drink this, are they? And then they started drinking. I was like, oh no, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. So I turned around and I said, hey bro, I gotta use the bathroom, and I just like sprinted to my car and I drove off.
Oh my god. Jesus. And when did this happen?
Let's see, I was like 18 last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
That's really. Oh my god. Did they like do like the fucking talking in tongue shit and all that?
It was, I don't want to say it was tongue,
Yeah.
but it was definitely a language I've never heard. So
Was it that Sasquatch backwards talking?
Ew. Ew.
Yeah,
I won't lie, it sounded something similar because I know I saw that video, but it sounded something similar, but not quite. Like it was still like it was like that language that is a mixture of all the language. You still know what they're talking about. I don't remember what it was called, but something like that. It it was really weird, and I wanted to leave.
Yeah. Well, good on you for leaving. Yeah. Kill a cat and drink its blood.
It,
Oh my god.
Jeez.
that part destroyed me because I have a cat. So I was like, no, I can't do this.
Yeah, I can't drink the cat blood. Yeah. Well, that's pretty fucked up, Dante.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, maybe he was just trying to impress some woman.
Maybe. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
I mean, if that's what she's into, man, you gotta pony up, drink the cat blood.
Oh no. Yeah. Speaking of creepy people, huh? Or weird people going into woods. Most of the stories you hear over here are just like parties and stuff. You don't hear about satanic rituals,
Yeah.
cat slaughter.
Well, I usually think things like the cat demon slaughter, those are kept on the down low, right?
Right.
Probably, I would assume.
Usually anywhere you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not something you want like high profile, like, oh yeah, you going to the cat slaughter this week, Tim? Oh yeah, James. Cats. You don't just like casually
wait a
yell
second.
about it at work.
Wait a second, Kendall.
Uh-huh.
So it's a guy named Jim talking to a guy named James?
I thought it said Tim, not
Oh, I
Jim.
thought you said Jim.
I mean, I might have. I slur a lot.
It's like, what?
I'm hopped up on so many like antiseptics or whatever. I don't even care.
Antiseptics. Oh, geez.
Yeah, dude.
Antihistamines.
Whatever, that too.
Okay.
Well, I have a lot of creepy stories in my lifetime, but yeah.
You ever
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry. God, I keep cutting him off, and every time I do it, I just want to self-mutilate.
No.
Go ahead.
Do it,
No,
Max.
it's fine. What are you gonna say?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, all I was gonna say is like I can share some stories if you guys want. Just
Well,
ask and I have a story about it.
No, that's just what I was going to ask you. I was just say, have you ever seen anything creepy in the woods?
Well, aside from the decaying deer or the deer lady,
Oh,
what else have I seen? There was a UFO that I saw once,
yeah.
Well, there you go.
but I'm not too sure though because it felt like a dream, and I did wake up on the ground, so I probably just hit my head on the branch and I just like imagined it all. But the basic gist is this all revolves airsofting because there's no airsofting fields here in Wisconsin. So me and my buddies were like, all right, we're just gonna trespass and hope that we don't get caught. So, and obviously the woods are perfect. So me and my buddy were just practicing airsofting, and I just remember running into a tree. Maybe that's why it's a dream. Or getting hit in the back of the head. So a tree can't do that. I just remember that, and then seeing like a bright light and a tall figure, like maybe 6'5", coming out of the bright light. And it reached out to me, it touched me.
Oh! No.
And like I fell down. And I closed my eyes like I was gonna take a nap. Next thing I knew, I was on the ground. I think it was a dream, like I said. Because come on, who believes that? I don't believe it.
So you hit your
Yeah.
head?
Yeah, that's the conclusion I came to.
Did you go to the doctor see if you had a concussion?
Yeah, I told my friend because he's kind of like the medical guy. I was like, "Do I have a concussion?" He was like, "I'd go see a doctor. I'm not that much of a professional." So we did, and because apparently he said he saw the same thing too. But we both went to the doctor. And I was like, "All right, do we have a concussion?" The doctor was like, "No, you guys are good." So
Did you you hit your head and you knocked yourself out, I guess. Did you were you not able to breathe or something? Anything that would cause a hallucination?
no,
Huh, weird.
Mm.
yeah,
Aliens.
Well, there's the one choice that's left, and it would be an alien.
no, I think I dreamt it. So
I think it's an alien, Dante, to BH.
BH.
To BH here, I think you had yourself a little alien.
It's
Close encounter of the touch kind.
I have a theory. It's a stupid theory, and it's a funny theory. I don't take it seriously, but I have a theory that aliens are scared of cats. Because when you think about it, all the alien abduction stories, all like if they have a pet, it's a dog, and the dog goes ballistic. But you never hear about a cat.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess so. I mean, cats were the Egyptian gods, so, and then they say Egyptians were aliens.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe there's a link, Dante.
Maybe I'm onto something.
Yeah, maybe you're onto it. Maybe you cracked the whole thing wide open.
There we go. Everybody, if you want alien abduction, buy a cat.
You know what? You know what's funny? I bet Dante could call up George Norrie with that, and George Norrie could get like a half hour out of it.
Oh, at least.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dante calls. He's like, "So George, I've realized something," and then George just goes off on it for a half hour. Yeah, I bet. You know, like if it's open line night, sure, why not?
But there is something interesting though. I don't know if you guys like listen to these stories. They're the search and rescue stories.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. We love me
Oh
some of
yes.
those. We've been recently trying to find like
The
like
stairs.
first responder stories or like security guards, paramedics, forest rangers, especially anybody in the forest department who has a story.
Well, like I said, I was an illegal private investigator, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's
For anybody who's curious about trying to do that too, that's called stalking, by the way, which is illegal. So don't do it.
yeah, don't do
Just-
it. I don't advise
Just
it.
throwing that out there, folks.
But I don't know if you guys know the story about the stairs.
Like the stair sets that just turn up in the middle of the woods.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've heard all about that. It's
See, I
fucking
thought
weird.
Max was bullshitting me about that, but it's a real thing, which is it's weird, man.
No, it's a real thing, and they don't know what the fuck it is. I have a theory that some of them have to be attributed to houses that have stood and they had stone steps for a porch. But like some of them are weird because they're like new, you know, which maybe it's part of a hoax or something. I don't know. It's just a weird thing.
but all my times in the woods here in Wisconsin, and obviously like these are like, I think they say like they're like 15, 20 miles from like the nearest like stretch of path.
Yeah.
Like that's when they run into them. But me and my
Yeah.
buddies, we were out that far and we'd never seen them. So I can't deny that they exist, but I also can't prove because I'm not a search and rescue operator.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
it's still interesting.
it's very interesting, and you know, I've been in the woods and I've never seen stairs, but
Yeah.
apparently it is a thing, and people turn up on them all the time. So Kendall and Dante and anybody in chat, if you were in the woods and you came upon a set of these phantom stairs, would you take a few steps?
No.
It depends on like if the stairs if they look like they're old and they've been in a while. No, if it looks like this is like some sort of like something they set up so you can like have a look over like a view area, then yeah, I would take it definitely.
Well, I like Max have a theory that the stairs are like it kind of makes sense, but at the same time doesn't. You kind of have to like be a little crazy in your mind to believe it. But I think they're like a part of a different dimension. Like when you step on the stairs, you're entering a different dimension,
Oh my
and
god!
that's how you get lost, and that's how you end up on 411 because you took a step in the stairs. And then you're like, oh no, never mind. You turn back. You're in a different dimension now. What are you gonna do?
Dude, that's some Rod Serling shit right there.
So Dante, you think that what's the number? It's like 100,000 people a year go missing in North America alone, or whatever the fuck it is. Like,
Dude,
what-
okay, like
Something
real
like
talk,
that.
real talk on that topic. Somebody I know, well, I met them once. Like somebody from the Grand Canyon Railway is missing in Flagstaff right now.
Wow, how old
Yeah.
are they?
Let me look it up on Facebook. She's in her like late 30s.
Okay, there's something weird about this. Most of the people that go missing, they're college aged men. So she's already like in a weird minority, you know,
Yeah, let me see.
which is
Well,
even weirder
first,
to me. You know that like men are the ones to go missing the most.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
first, I just want to say that my prayers are with them, to all the missing people. But that's interesting. I didn't make that connection. You're right. They are all like college-aged men.
Yeah, I mean, not all of them, obviously, but like the majority of them, they're men, and that's
Yeah.
weird. And I,
Okay.
part of me thinks it's because men are more daring and they're more apt to do stupid shit. I think that's a part of it too, but the other part of it, I don't know. I don't know why so many people go missing.
She's 44, about 5'6", brown hair, white. Yeah,
She's
she was
taller than
last seen
me.
in Flagstaff.
Wow.
Yeah, she went missing on the 6th.
I mean, you better spread it, Kendall. Like, what if? Some,
Yeah.
yeah. What's the
Well,
name?
that's why I'm talking about it right now. Catherine, I'm going to butcher this last name. Forgive me.
Let me see.
It's Gorospe.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What?
She's an elementary school teacher at Arrowhead Elementary, Deer Valley Unified School District.
Gillespie?
She works for Grand Canyon Railway. She lives in an apartment. She was going to Flagstaff, but she never returned to her apartment, and that's what prompted her roommate to notify police that something's not right. And so everybody's looking around northern Arizona to try to find her.
Wow.
Yeah, if by some weird chance you run into this person, you can always get a hold of Flagstaff Police Department by a quick Google search, or their phone number is 928-679-4099. Yeah, so it's weird. Like, I never thought that I would ever know somebody who went missing, but I've met this lady before at the GCR, and it's like so weird. Like, I saw the first post on Facebook like yesterday,
Yeah.
or maybe it was today. I was like, huh, is this just like a thing? Like, is this one of the like Facebook games where it's like, oh, put your face in a milk carton, haha, or like guess when you're gonna die? And then started to see more and more of my friends from the GCR posting this and like sharing this. I'm like, oh shit, like Catherine is missing. Like, it's weird. It's weird how many people you would think with like phones and satellites and all this crap, but people wouldn't go missing as much, but they do, and it's like, what happens?
Yeah.
Not to make light of a horrible situation, but she's just trying to get on Odd and Unexplained.
Yeah, she heard about her hit YouTube series and wanted to get on it.
No, but that's shitty.
Yeah,
What do you think happened? I know there's no information, but just what do you think happened?
I have no idea. She hasn't been seen or heard since October 6th. And that's really all we know. She, like I said, she went out, and then she never returned to her apartment, and that's what prompted her roommate to do the right thing and let police know, let somebody know that, hey, something's not right here.
I knew somebody that went missing in Arizona. This was like just before I moved, and their name was Kayla, and they were a little bit older than me. They were like in their early 20s at the time, about probably what I'm aged at now, and went missing. Brother called me, said, "Do you know where she's at?" I don't know where she's at, and then missing for a week or so, like no trace, and then turned up dead on a dirt road in Utah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Did they ever release her, like how she died?
She was killed. I think she was like strangled and raped or something like that, and dumped off. But I know at some point it was associated with a van. There was a van, as any weird rapey case. There's a van.
There's a van. Yeah.
Yeah. So, or a truck
Well,
or
with-
something like that. So horrible.
With these cases, from the mind of like, what is it called? An amateur detective. Did this person have debt that they were trying to run from? Was this person trying to fake their death? And if not, do they have enemies? There's a lot of causes to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. according to CAF News, there's basically like no information. Just says Flagstaff police are looking for missing woman who was last seen on Friday. Officials say 44-year-old Catherine, can't pronounce the last name, was last seen in Flagstaff recently. Her roommate called police Sunday when she didn't return home, which is something her roommate thought was unusual. She is a white female, standing 5'5". The other thing said 5'6", weighing 150 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes. If anyone has any information on her whereabouts, contact Flagstaff Police Department or Silent Witness.
Oh.
That's weird, man. This is so weird.
Yeah.
But I recognize this lady's face. Like, I know I met her before at the GCR. It's so weird, dude. Total creepus. Where do they go, man? Where do these missing people go?
I don't know. I don't know where they go. That's the creepy part. Like, I'm sure some want to get lost.
Yeah. But what about that guy who, like, he called, the guy with the cell phone? He calls and he.
Oh yeah, Brandon Lawson. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think he broke down near something he wasn't supposed to see or hear. I mean, what else is there? Like, I think either maybe he stumbled across some cops doing shady shit with cartel or with each other or just cartel or highway robbery or something got out of hand real fast. But yeah, gone. You know, because that's a spot, that's a place that has been, at least the region. I don't know about the particular stretch of road, but that's a place in that region where, like, people are abducted, not by aliens, but by criminals.
People.
You know, yeah.
Right. Yep.
So, yeah.
Can you guys fill me in?
Brandon Lawson.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you really want to get filled in, you want to go watch the Odd and Unexplained episode 3. But
Whoa, that's sick plug. Sick plug, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna plug you guys even more. If you guys don't follow them on Facebook, what are you guys doing?
What? Oh yeah, thank you, Dante. thank you. Anyway, yeah, Brandon Lawson. Okay, so this guy, God, I have notes, by the way, for everybody that I talk about that's gone missing. I should get it out. But he went missing just a few years ago, like not even that long ago. I think it was 2013 or something. And he had an argument with his wife or fiance, and it was late at night, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so heated up. I need to go. I need to leave. I need to just drive around," which was normal because they had it happened every now and then. And so he went to drive down this. I think he was driving south down this stretch of highway in Texas to his father's place. And along the way, it was quite a drive, if I remember right. Like, it wasn't exactly like you take a 5-minute ride and you're there. It took a bit of time. So he ran out of gas. He ran out of petrol, as they would say in the UK. And so he calls, and his girlfriend had already gone to sleep. So she missed like 3 calls or something like that.
Oh no.
And he's like, okay, I'm going to call my brother instead. And his brother gets a call, and they go out to take him gasoline, or petrol, as they say in the UK. And they're on their way out there, and during this time, it is believed that something happened to Brandon Lawson. Now, if I remember correctly, and I might not, so again, watch the video, honestly, because it has better info than what I'm saying right now. There was a few calls to 911 at this time. One from Brandon Lawson, saying, no, I got this wrong. Wait, no, did I? No, one from Brandon Lawson saying that I think there's like guys or something like that, and which I think might be the call that the audio exists of, that is infamous now. And then there's another call from a trucker around this time that said, hey, there's this truck dead in the middle of the road. Can we get a tow truck out here and get it off, because it's hard to see. So people get out there. Brandon's brother shows up, and a state trooper or sheriff. No, it's a sheriff shows up at the same time and they see the truck, and there's no sign of Brandon anywhere. Nowhere at all. And they're like, geez. So the trooper's like, okay, well, maybe he went walking. Maybe he just decided to walk to the next gas station or whatever. So the trooper pulls off and he radios in for a tow truck to come and move the car or move the truck by 8 a.m. the next morning or 7 a.m. the next morning. And then as his brother and the brother's girlfriend are about to leave, they get a call from Brandon that echoed the infamous call saying, "I'm a few miles up or whatever. I'm a 10-minute walk up from where I was at." And it's not, I can't remember quite what he said, but it was very much so the same that's in the 911 call. And they never found him. They went and looked in the brush and everything, and they never found him. And to this day, there's no trace. And some people think it is foul play by the police. Some people think that is foul play on his brother's behalf. Some people think that Brandon rolled into a crime scene that was in progress at the moment. I don't know.
I think it was external events.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he.
When I first heard it, I got the impression that he might have hit somebody and he just freaked out and just went off the radar.
Yeah, that crossed my mind too. But then he called 911.
Right. Yeah.
And the 911 call, the audio. I don't think there's two people there. I really don't. I know lots of people do, and I totally can understand it. I really can. Like, it's all speculation anyway, so it doesn't really matter until truth comes out, if that ever happens. But I really cannot tell. And I personally don't think. I think there's that little moment where he's like, no, and then he kind of changes. I think that's him thinking out loud to himself. I don't think that's somebody else giving a different answer. I think that's him thinking out loud to himself.
Do you think he was like disoriented then or something, or under the influence of something?
I think he was either disoriented or in extreme shock and panic. And he was kind of like, talking out loud and thinking out loud. So,
right.
But I really don't think he was with anybody or running with anybody or anything. I think somebody very well could have been chasing him. But I really don't think there was anybody else in the call. Again, I could be wrong, and if I find out that I am wrong, I'll be the first to let you guys know. But I have no ego about this. It just is what it is. So I don't know. But the call is weird, and him calling for help is weird because he was trying to call for help. Like, his wife had a ton of missed phone calls. His brother had a few missed phone calls. His brother's wife had phone calls and texts, and 911, of course. And he was trying to call for help. So it's weird, and no trace of him to this day. And he was a fairly, I don't want to shit on him, but he was a fairly unremarkable fellow. It wasn't like he was a bad guy or anything, but it's just like he led a life. He had kids. Yeah, he was ordinary.
He was just normal guy doing normal guy things. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had no real history of anything. He had a warrant on his arrest for a parking ticket or something mundane.
Yeah.
It was something that they would have dragged him in and a day at court, and he would have paid it off. It was like nothing that was outstanding, no drug trafficking or anything weird like that. It was just like normal stuff. And yeah, they don't know what happened to him. So.
Where did you say this happened?
This happened in Texas. Hang on, I'll look. Hang on. You can look it up. Oh, sorry about that. It's just Brandon Lawson. Whatever. I got it right here. I think I do. Yeah, there it is. Texas. San Angelo, Texas.
Okay.
This happened on the night of August 8th and 9th, 2013. And it was on US 227. 4.5 miles south of Bronte, Texas, at a rest stop or near a rest stop.
Well, I was gonna say because in the spirit of Halloween, there's a pretty popular theory, at least among the people who wear the little aluminum hats, that that the desert has a high UFO activity.
Yeah.
That, and they say that deserts are more prone to interdimensional travel. So you can walk from this plane of existence to another.
Yeah.
And according to them, that there's an item that you can hold. So say your cell phone, for example, Like if you call someone on your cell phone and you're in a different dimension, you'll be sent back. But if, like, say again, an example is not like a wallet or something, you can't. It has to be something that you can like communicate between dimensions. So,
So
I think what I'm trying. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
So like I said in the spirit of Halloween, I'm not trying to be funny or anything because that all missing cases are serious. But what I'm trying to say is maybe he just like just switch dimensions and like you can't get back.
So Dante,
Yes.
you're saying your theory is that Brandon Lawson is in fact an interdimensional traveler.
An accidental one.
He got gobbled up by an interdimensional gate.
Okay, I mean, sure.
Imagine, if you will, a man who's got an ordinary life, driving along a lonely road in Texas, when suddenly a mundane item becomes the gateway to the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
It does sound like an episode of Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it does.
Honestly,
Yeah.
but in all seriousness, all jokes aside, maybe he did just walk into something he wasn't supposed to.
I mean, that's probably it, right?
That's what I'm thinking too,
Yeah.
man. I think it was external circumstances. He just showed up at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it cost him.
Yeah. Well, it is the desert, and nobody lives in the desert.
Yeah, just people that do weird shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of weirdos out here.
Yeah. No, it's totally a thing that could happen.
Totally plausible.
Yeah. I mean, you had what's that fucker in New Mexico that had the sex shed?
What?
That would
Oh,
just
Yeah.
yeah.
I know
And
what you're talking about.
women would go disappearing for years, and he would just have them in his sex shed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up. And like maybe Brandon's in one of those now, and it's fucked up to think about, but we don't know. I mean, there's no trace of the guy. So weird shit, man. Prime Vector, is that Richard?
Yeah.
Richard says Rob Schneider is an interdimensional traveler. Probably.
Not wrong. Rob Schneider, herp der derp.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there any questions on the chat? I can't see it right now. So.
No, they're just talking.
Yeah,
Wolf says, in all honesty, he was probably murdered seeing something he wasn't supposed to see. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Richard says Rob Schneider's an interdimensional traveler.
Yep, herp der derp.
Kitty says, I used to watch the Twilight Zone. Prime Vector says, as Uye do. And then Sacred Grounds of Metal is back. Okay. Yeah, no questions.
Okay.
Yeah, none to be had.
So this is kind of going in a full circle. You guys play Fallout, right?
We have, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's a Twilight Zone mod for Fallout 4,
Oh.
and if anybody can get in contact with that creator, tell him he needs to finish it because I'm tired of logging into Fallout 4, going to the Twilight Zone, and it's half.
It's half of a Twilight Zone?
Yeah. So
It's only a dimension of sight and sound, and that's it.
Yeah.
That fucker.
They even have like a Rob Sterling impersonator there and everything.
Oh,
It's
that's
just-
cool.
It's missing like some buildings. It's missing a lot. I think the creator just gave up or something. But if anyone can get in contact with them, please tell him he needs to finish it. Because honest to God, I was excited for that. I mean, it's a cool concept, Twilight Zone and Fallout.
Yeah, it's like already almost a thing, in a way.
Yeah,
No.
almost.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Twilight Zone, Kendall?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Which one?
I don't know the name of it, but it's the one where it's like the humans are exploring space and like they land on a planet of giants, but the way that they play the whole episode
like
Oh.
You think
normal.
that they're
Yeah.
you think that the humans are actually the aliens? That was a cool like switcheroo they did.
That was
Yeah.
good. That was pretty good.
I like the one where the guy is trapped in the cave and then he gets out and then like everybody's gone.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the one with the gold? I know.
I don't know. Did that one have gold in it, Kendall?
I don't remember it having gold. I it had something to do with like nuclear testing or something.
Okay, I'm probably thinking of a different episode.
One I liked was he was on the planet alone. Like a Mars kind of planet alone, and he had a book or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I also liked, of course, the one with Ellie Mae Clampett and the pig faces.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's such a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
When
And then
he,
of course
he-
the classic was Shatner.
Oh, yeah.
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 But you like that for Shatner.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
They did an episode with an occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge.
Oh,
You remember that?
I don't remember that. No.
Yeah, there's one where Rod Serling does the intro for an occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge, and the whole episode is just that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty neat.
Well, here's something related. Your favorite X-Files episode?
Oh, that's an easy answer for me. I don't know, Kendall. I'll let you go.
I wasn't too hard into the X-Files, so I don't really have a favorite, unfortunately.
Okay, then I'll answer you, Dante. I have a very clear and winning favorite X-Files episode with a runner-up. Season 5, episode 5, I believe, is called The Detour. And I don't know if you know that one, but that's the one where they have to go to this town in I can't remember where the town is. It's like a little forest town. And there's these things that live in the woods, and they're like kind of like Bigfoot alien things. They're more alien than they are Bigfoot. And anyway, they go out into the woods, and they have like predator camouflage and all this shit. And there's like 3 of them or something, and they end up killing them. And they end up going down in the cave, and they kill the last one, so they think. And I like it because spoilers, guys, on season 5, episode 5 of X-Files. At the end, Mulder and Scully are Mulder and Scully are in the hotel room that they had their little base set up at, their little Kendall room, and yeah, and they're like, I could have sworn that there was one more, or whatever the dialogue was. It doesn't even matter. But then they pan the camera underneath the bed, and one of their like a set of eyes lights up because there's one under the bed. And then, like, it cuts to credits. And I was like, Jesus, fuck! And it scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. And I remember it so well. It's like, Jesus, fuck. It scared the shit out of me. A second one that I really love was the one where it's sort of like a cops crossover with X-Files. And it's one of the later seasons. It could have been the last season. But it was like cops, like, the camera guy follows a cop around, but they were following Mulder and Scully around, and it was really interesting. And then there's this thing that keeps eating people, and they're like, oh fuck, and of course the cop is there too, and they did that really well, and I thought that was a good, interesting way to do a X-Files episode. But yeah, those two stuck out to me, and there's many more, but those ones. Anyway, there you go. There you go, Dante.
My favorite X-Files episode is the one with the trailer park full of vampires. You remember that one?
Okay, I remember that one.
And like Mulder and Scully, they have like 2 different stories, but it's essentially the same story.
I can't remember the plot.
But my runner-up is it's kind of funny, but at the same time it scared the hell out of me. It's the episode where Mulder, like, he befriends this occultist, and at the end of the episode, the occult does a mass suicide.
Oh, jeez.
But they did it through communion. But the funny thing is, I'm religious, and every time we take communion, obviously we have to drink the little grape juice and the bread.
Yeah.
But after that episode, every time I take communion, I'm always the last one to drink the little juice. Because it's like, because like my pastor could go crazy and just, kill everybody. And I want to make sure I'm like, okay, I want to be alive. So if
Okay.
anybody starts coughing and falling on the ground, I make sure, I want to make sure I'm alive.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, hey Dante,
Yes,
communion.
about it.
You gonna drink?
Uh, it's like
Oh, okay. All right. I was seeing if I could, I don't want you to kill yourself, assisted suicide or anything, mass
yeah.
suicide, but communion. Let's spring it on you. Communion.
No, it's not. It's not like PTSD or it's like communion and like I duck and cover like this. Like, no,
Communion. Communion. Oh man.
So, do you guys have any more? I can tell more stories. Just ask.
Okay, Dante. How about we get one more from you, and then we let you go, and then if we do another stream, you can come on again.
Yeah,
uh,
sure.
Okay, cool. How about we do? Have you ever had anything creepy happen in your house? In
In
a
my
house.
house?
In a house.
Oh, in a house.
and house.
Does it have? Does it have to like have living people in it, or does it have to be abandoned?
It could be abandoned. That's fine.
Okay.
Just house story, I guess.
House. Yeah.
Well, I guess I have two. The first one was in my house.
No.
Is when I was a little kid. It was the first time my parents ever let me stay by myself. And so I'm just playing an Xbox 360. You know what kids do.
Uh-huh.
And I look into my guest room, and I see this shadow person. It's like I don't want to say it was a shadow person, but that's essentially what it was. I can see like the form of a suit, a tie. But
Ew.
it was like, yeah, and he was just like staring at me. And I stared back,
Ew.
and so like I didn't know what to do. So I called my mom. And was like, hey mommy, what do I do? And she was like, call the cops. I was like, all right, I'll call the cops. So the cops came. They asked me, what do you look like? How tall was he? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I told them, and there's no sign of breaking, no nothing. That was creepy. But the abandoned one,
Well, hang on, Dante. Hang on. Hang on.
yeah,
I got questions.
okay,
So how long do you think you stared at him for?
less than a minute, like 45 seconds,
Okay. How old were you?
7, 8.
Okay. And when you first noticed him, did you notice him because he moved, or did you just see him there all of a sudden?
I just saw him there all of a sudden.
How, like, if you were to, I know it's a long time ago, but like, if you were to say, like, was he tall? Was he normal size? Like,
I want to say, I'm assuming everybody's like doorway is like the same height.
yeah.
So I want to say he was like almost like he was almost touching the top of the doorway.
Okay. All right. And when you were staring at him, like Wolf was right. Like 45 seconds is a long time. Like any like, could you see his face at all? Is it just like a black mass?
It was, yeah, it was essentially like a black mass.
Ew.
Really,
Oh. Ew. Yuck.
I think it would have been creepy if I saw like glowing eyes or something. I think I would have screamed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I didn't. The weird thing is, like, I didn't. Well, I felt a little scared, but at the same time, I wasn't like horrified or terrified. I was, what?
Oh God.
Like I was trying to process it. I was like, am I playing too much video games, or is that, or someone in my house?
Yeah.
But like as I got closer to my guest room, he started to like fade away.
Yeah.
So
Okay. That was my next thing. Like, how did he go away? Like, did he?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he just kind of withered away.
no, he kind of it was kind of like one of those cheesy like 80s ghost effects, like where it just like slowly like disappears.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that, except in real life. So
Okay. And he never saw it again.
nope.
All right, let's hear
God
about
dang,
the
shadow people.
yeah, fuck shadow people. Let's hear about the abandoned house.
The abandoned one is not really that compared to the shadow person. It's not really that good, but
Okay.
I went to well, there's a school called the Real School,
Yeah.
and right next to it is an abandoned building, which used to be I believe like a dorm for college women.
All right.
I believe so. I don't remember.
Cool.
But like I broke in there,
Yeah.
and so I'm exploring. Oh, it's not really a house, but it's like a dormitory, so
Sure.
I guess it counts.
Yeah.
So I'm going to the rooms, and I have a oh god, this is sad. But I had a little airsoft pistol,
Yeah.
and like I poured the magazine with holy water.
Oh wow.
I don't know, in my
So like
15-year-old mind,
if you saw a demon, you were gonna shoot holy water at it.
Yeah,
yeah, essentially.
you were
Okay.
ready for it.
It's like AIDS laced bullets, but with airsoft pellets and holy water.
It's better than silver bullets, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. But so I'm just like I'm like Solid Snake, just
Just
peeking
like
into
him.
the room
Yeah.
Just
with the
like him.
cardboard box.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Cardboard box over you. Yeah.
But like I'm peeking over into rooms, and gun out and everything. Then all of a sudden I hear it's hello, like someone screamed it,
Ew.
and like I dove for cover, and like I hid under, I think it was like a pile of rubbish, and all I saw was people like running, and it wasn't like homeless people or like crackheads. It was like I don't know how to describe it, but these people were they looked like they were from the 90s. So
And how many?
I don't know. There was I saw like a good like 6
Oh god.
people running,
Okay.
Jeez.
but it felt like even though the building was decayed, it felt like the people who used to live there were back there. And all I heard was this hello, and like they started running. I was like, okay, that's a little creepy.
Uh-huh.
So and obviously you can hear the footsteps. So when I didn't hear any more footsteps, I crawled out. I peeked out the door, and I'm on like the second level, so jumping out the window is not an option.
Yeah.
So I had to like my heart's beating. You're scared. I'm sitting over here like, oh man, I should have brought some friends. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, you never do these things alone.
No.
It's the moral of the story. But you just going down the stairs. And it was like, okay, this airsoft pistol's useless. Maybe the holy water might do something though. So I put the pistol away and I grab out the little bottle of holy water. I'm like, I'm prepared to throw it and run. I don't know why, but
I mean, I get why you want to. I get why you want to run.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I mean,
But-
holy water and BB gun pellets aren't going to start, a crazed crackhead.
Right.
So the running was smart. I get that.
Yeah. But I get down the stairs and there's this good-looking 19-year-old girl.
Yeah.
But the thing was, she was wearing like the bell-bottom jeans, the sweater vest. And I said, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And she was like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, just exploring." I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, you need help staying around?" And I was like, "Sure." So she points me to a door and she's like, "Go through there and then make a left." I was like, "You sure?" And she was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." So I'm like, "All right, thank you." So I bolt out of there. I bolt into the door and make a left. Turns out the door is locked.
Oh.
And I'm like, "Oh, great."
Yeah.
So I start looking for like windows to break and get out because I'm already on the first floor.
Yeah.
But I'm like, "Oh, shoot." So I turn around the corner and she's gone. I'm like, okay, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
And then I see, I turn, well, first I looked right, which were where she originally was. Then I looked left, and there she was. She was turning around the corner. So I ran towards her. I was like, "Hey, wait up!" And she like peeked her head back, and she was like, "Oh, what's up?" I was like, "The door's locked." She's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Yeah, the door's locked." I was like, no, it should be open." So we start walking back to the door, and she opens it
Oh.
like it was nothing. And I'm like, "Are you serious? This thing was locked. It's bolted in." But then when I looked, the bolts weren't there, and I was like, "Huh, okay." I was like, "Well, thank you." And she was like, "Yeah, no problem." I was like, "Aren't you gonna come with?" And she was like, "No, it's a nice day. Yeah, I'll come with." So the instant like we walk out, I turn around and say thank you, but the door's open and she's gone. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's a little weird. But then I just like ran to my friend's house and said, bro, you'll never guess what happened." And of course he doesn't believe me. And
Hey,
so
Dante,
yeah,
are you the Sixth Sense kid?
no, I'm not.
Okay, we'll see.
I promise you that I don't see dead people.
I don't know.
I mean, that's contrary to what you were just saying, man.
No, because like as far as I know, nobody has died in the building,
Oh, weird.
and it was recently abandoned. Like I said, it was from the 1990s, and we're in what 2017, so it can't be that long.
So let me ask you this, Dante: is it possible that it was a chick fucking with you?
It's possible. I
Yeah.
believe it,
Yeah.
but
Weird.
like I said, that story is nothing to it.
No, I mean that's pretty creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty creepy. I mean, I want. First of all, yeah, you're right. Don't go to these places alone. What the fuck? Yeah, silly. You're silly, Dante, for doing that.
yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing that I'm still alive. So
Yeah.
anybody listening, remember,
Just Dan Bell went into that place alone, and he in the crack house. And he had to hide in the bathroom. By the way, that video has been taken down, guys, and I would love to know why.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I would love to know why Dan Bell's crack house video has been taken down.
His crack house escapades.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because
It's fake.
it's fake, but see, I don't believe that because Dan Bell seems so genuine. I mean, I know that's no reason, but it's just like I don't know if it's me wanting to believe it or if it's just that I get an air of like he's not trying to put on a show. But my other thought was like, does it give away something about him? Like if it is a real crack house, right? Does the video identify him as somebody like? Is there a soft mark on? Like, yeah, is there a soft mark on him now in Maryland?
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah.
also, who's the one who has a time limit? Was it you, Max?
Me? Yeah, I have a time limit. I got like 15 more minutes ish.
Okay.
Yeah, I extended it slightly because the thing started late and YouTube wasn't sending out notifications. So
Okay. Well, thank you for having me on the stream.
oh, you're welcome, Dante.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah,
Yeah, no problem.
yeah.
Well, hopefully next time, if nobody wants to talk, I'll pretty sure I'll be watching.
All right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude. If you want to call up again, apparently you have stories, and we like to hear stories. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again, guys.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Dante, feel free. And again, we'll put up another notification before we stream next time. And there will be more streams before the end of October. So look out
At
for
least
that.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again.
Thank you, Dante.
Yeah. See you guys.
All right. You have a good one,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. All right, guys. That was Dante.
Oh yeah, that was Dante.
That was Dante.
That was Dante. Dante was alive with us.
You ever see a shadow guy, Kendall?
No, but I did want to do an episode of Things That Go Bump in the Night on Shadow People.
There we go. We got a story now.
Oh, we have a story.
40, like I know he was a little kid when he saw it, but 45 seconds. That's a long time to look at a shadow boy.
That's, yeah. I mean, granted, when you're in the moment, things can sometimes feel longer than they actually are, but
Right, right.
Oh, yeah, that's some hot stare down action, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the whole getting blinded by the light and touched by the alien folk.
Yeah. Pretty sure
That's
he was taken up for at least 4 weeks. And
he had the space babies.
he had some space tots.
Oh my
And
God.
then they brought him back, and they were like, "Here you go, Dante. Here's your Earth. Thank
What
us later."
What is it Romanek says? Oh, the Star Child. He has star children.
Star Child, yes.
God, idiot. Oh my gosh.
Star Child. Anybody else want to call in the last 10 minutes here? If not, if anybody else wants to call next time we stream, feel free. We use Skype. We use Skype. Yeah, we use Skype.
I
We use
say.
Skype because everybody has Skype.
Do they do?
Okay, Ash has a story. I'm gonna keep Ash on there. So I want to try and do another stream this weekend. Maybe.
Uh-huh.
If anybody wants to turn up on that, I don't know which day. Could be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I really
Whoa,
don't
dude,
know.
the trifecta.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those days.
Don't you love the way we operate? Yeah, it's one of those days. Can't say for sure, but maybe one of those.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be one of those days, guys. So, okay, Ash with a short story. Anybody else? Maybe with Zudi. Maybe Ash has a short story. Anybody else want to call in? Why don't you use Google Hangouts? Google Hangouts. Phone with drums,
Yo.
guy. Phone with drums.
Mark, what are you doing, man? Google Hangouts?
Google Hangout. We're, hey
We're not
guys,
trying to have a corporate meeting here.
let me pull up my Google Doc, and we'll go over these files.
Hey,
We'll
man,
go over-
get them
we'll-
spreadsheets.
we'll
those
go over
TSP
last-
reports.
We'll go over last quarter's DSP reports.
Profit loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you, Mark. I'm sorry. I love you, man. You're the best.
Oh man. Oh, Jesus. Google Hangouts. Okay, Fire is a quick text story. Fire, if you want to type it in, feel free. I'll read it. You count on me to join the live streams. My schedule is clear for the week. There you go. Asian, are you going to call in?
Oh yeah.
Asian Persuasion, you may call in, buddy. I mean, not. Well, if you want to call in right now, you can, but it's got to be short. And Kitty, Facebook is free. You're right, but so is Skype. And we don't do video calls. We just do the audio calls.
Right.
Dante says, I'm just a guy with weird experiences. Yeah. Yeah. Admiral Touch strikes. Maybe.
Oh, that's what we should do on the next stream. We should have hot face action, Max. That's what the
God.
kids want.
You know, I don't have a webcam.
Why not, dude?
I mean, I do, but like it's either I have my nice microphones hooked up or I have a webcam. Like there's no in between.
How can you not have it in between?
Because I take everything out when I use my sweet microphones because I don't like to have shit in there. I mean, I guess I could, but it'd be shitty. It should be a shitty webcam. It's like 480p.
I mean,
Yeah.
mine's no better. I think mine's like a 720 or something. It's not.
So it is better.
I guess. All right.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I undid like the Max's Morning Pit setup where I had the nice camera on and all that, but you know,
Hot.
yeah, pretty hot. Ash, okay. Nobody else is taking it. Where's Ash? Let's hear Ash's little story. When are you doing Night Watch again? Probably soon. I gotta get on that. Ash, where are you? And type to me. I'll just call him. Fuck it.
Well, he's got 10 minutes there, Max. 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's got 10 minutes.
Is that enough? Is that enough Ash time?
Yeah, it's plenty of Ash time.
That's funny.
It's always good.
Whoa!
Oh, he's there. Ash, you are live. What's up?
Hey, Max and Kindle.
Hey.
Wow.
Ash.
Okay, I like the and then the pause.
Good.
Hello.
Okay, real quick.
Ash. Okay, real quick.
Um,
Do you need music?
no. Well, I mean, if you want, it's really a short story.
Good.
Um, uh,
Alright.
last week on a Friday, the individual I work with is autistic, and so you know mostly his communication skills isn't normal.
Okay.
Well, we were exiting out of the room after I helped him with a chore he needed to do,
Yeah.
and he was leaving the room first.
Yeah.
And the moment he stepped out, it's like he spazzed out, and from my point of view, he looked like he flinched after seeing something down the hallway.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh crap. So and he froze there, and in that split second to where I kind of like nudge him out of the way for me to see anything, I'm thinking, is there someone in the living room? Did he see something? And I go out, I just see nothing. So I walk to the sliding door, it's unlocked, nothing. And I go toward to the kitchen to where the garage door, and I see nothing. And I go back and I look at the kid, I'm like, you scared the crap out of me. I mean, is your autism making you see something that I'm not seeing?
Oh.
And
What?
it was, and I was, because his reaction was not fake. It's like he legitimately saw something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, come on, no, don't do this to me, kid. Wait, at least wait till your mom gets back, because there's just him and I at the house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want
Oh
to,
no.
come on, you're
Yep.
just. But
Gotta fight
after
off
that,
the demons.
well, I mean, I suppose I could, but I was just like, come on. But literally, I just felt like that, like my pores just opened up. I felt the cold air rushing in there, and because he was pretty chilled, and he's jumped and was scared of something, and I don't know. I didn't like it. I did not like it. and it's always often him and I alone at the house for the most part.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well,
No.
Ash, I think you need to do some investigating.
I don't
Definitely.
know.
Next
I don't
time
know.
you're there, ask the mom.
I don't know. It's a little weird because it's just a little.
Look, Ash,
I don't know.
Ash, Ash, Corey,
No.
Corey, listen. Stop being all pussy. And ask the mom, see, like, hey, does your child see ghosts?
Oh God, no! I couldn't even think about it because I feel if I were to ask them quite, the mom would be insulted.
Yeah,
Okay,
that might
then,
that,
then
yeah.
ask this. Then ask this. Say, hey, this weird thing happened. Has this happened before?
I suppose I could do that.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it's,
that's
it's-
legitimate, you know? And say it kind of made me feel a little bit strange. Like, there's nothing wrong with that because it's true, you know?
I mean, yeah, and then she does says that if he does occasionally when he meets someone new or sees someone new, he does get a little scared. Because
Okay.
my first reaction was like, oh, someone came in.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's always something like lingering into my mind because they don't really lock the doors,
Oh,
and sometimes they always like leave the garage door open and they don't have the main garage door. Then they have the door that goes into the kitchen unlocked.
yeah.
And it's just the dad doesn't come back till like late in the evening, and it's just always just her daughter, and her son. And I'm like, lady, you're just asking for trouble. It's just you have your garage open. I mean, they're in a reasonably pretty good neighborhood. Awatuki, it's pretty quiet
Yeah,
there.
but even more reason for people to want stuff from inside the place.
Yeah, and I'm like, and they live just right off to like the road right there. I'm like, this is, I don't know. It always makes me feel weird. I'm there because it's just how trusting they are. I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's so weird. And it was just something that really got to me because I didn't like it. The kid, he had some emotional response to something I didn't see, and I didn't like that because it made me think of how you said, oh, animals and stuff, and how it's just something creepy, like where they stare at something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nah, no. But that just happened.
All right, Ash. Did that happen today?
No, it happened last week, Friday.
Oh, okay.
I go back again tomorrow, so we'll see.
Well, strap on the GoPros and FLIR cameras. You're going to take care of a kid. God damn it!
Yeah. Swoop in there.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So,
All right. Thanks, Wolf. All right, Ash. Well,
Yeah.
keep us posted on that.
I mean,
Alright.
but yeah, okay,
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
yeah, sure.
Alright. Do you go back tomorrow? When do you go back next? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah,
What time?
1:00.
Oh, you got to be going to sleep soon, huh?
No, I mean, I usually,
I like to give Ash shit.
no, I can, I'm not the, I can still function.
Uh huh. So what? You gotta get up around noon.
Well, no, probably gotta wake up. 'Cause my brother got to go be taking to work about 8ish, and so I'll wake up then and maybe lie down for a bit and wake up again and head over to the kid's place.
You fall asleep to cartoons on?
No, I usually have like some music playing.
Oh, you fall asleep to music playing.
Yeah, or as long as something on, but it's whatever I feel up to. But lately, I just found it easier to just sleep to music instead of having to, find a video. Because sometimes the autoplay doesn't work on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
And again, with videos, they have a tendency to get into my dreams and makes me crazy.
Okay.
Especially when
So that's what makes you crazy.
yeah. It's what makes me
So
crazy.
it's not that you're not already crazy. It's just that those make you crazy.
Yeah, it's just the videos.
They don't just trigger the craziness that you've suppressed.
Yeah, it comes out in weird ways with different people.
Do you ever fall asleep to videos of creepy Navajo music?
Hey, no, I'm sorry.
That's exactly what it sounds like. You're
Yeah,
not
it
even
is.
kidding. Yeah.
You know?
Like he put it on for us when we were driving what is that highway? Ash 264?
Yeah.
He put it on for us when we were driving that and it sounded like it's like, Jesus, we're gonna get abducted. Ash. This is fucked. And there's no sense of where the land ends and where the sky starts, and you're
You're
just like,
just gonna drive off to the moon.
yeah, it feels like I'm just driving into space.
I like Zudi's description because he was driving for the most part. He said, "I feel like we're just going underground."
Yeah, it was like, oh my god. And you had that creepy music playing, and I thought I was gonna die.
The video is up on my YouTube channel. So,
Thanks, Ash.
Y'all can look it up.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Plug in that channel.
Why don't you monetize it, Ash? Jesus.
Hey, I mean,
Okay, all right, Ash. Well, that was a nice short one.
sure.
Yeah, with 2 minutes to spare.
Yeah.
2 minutes to spare.
Yeah.
Again, guys. Hey, if you guys want to join in again, next stream will be this weekend, either Friday, either Saturday, or either Sunday. Don't know which one.
All right, we're delving into the realm of that slightly racist Mac.
Oh,
But it's not. It's not, because that's what it sounded like. I'm not even shitting you. Look it up. Like,
No,
that's,
I've heard it before, dude.
that's
I've
what he
seen-
put on.
Yeah,
And that's what he put on, and he left it on for hours.
because white people are superstitious. That's why he did it.
Yeah, that is why he did it. That's exactly why he did it. Yeah. It's like, okay, Ash, I understand that you're trying to freak us out, and you've done it, you know? How about some nice, like, nothing?
Some nice sound of the tires on the road.
Some silence.
Every now and then, Ash sends me on Telegram a fucking sound clip of him listening to that. Like I would say it happens once every 2 months. He sends me a sound clip of him listening to Navajo music.
Sometimes that'll be his Snapchat. Will be the Navajo radio.
Well, no, sometimes it'll be either Peyote, Apache, or Navajo, or just plain powwow.
Us whiteys can't tell the difference, Ash.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just
Us
going to say
whiteys
it.
are ignorant. Us whiteys are uncultured. We don't know.
We don't know. And you know what? It doesn't matter to me. It's going to sound like it either way, right? Like, when Ash hears, like, rock and roll music, he's like, oh, it's the Beatles, no matter what band it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's either the
Yeah,
Beatles...
it's that one white man.
One white man from the '60s that everybody
Yeah.
loves.
It's the Beatles, or if it's a woman singing, he says, oh, it's Katy Perry. Like, it doesn't go beyond that. It's just, that's where it sits. So,
Yeah.
all right.
You know what I'm gonna do Halloween, Max?
Oh, jeez. What are you going to do on Halloween?
probably buy some Special K chocolate and stay in.
Hell yeah. Sounds like a good night to me, dude.
Snapchat it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even, buy any candy. Just like have my porch light off and like.
Oh, what a dick! What an
don't-
asshole!
don't bother me, you know.
You know, we would love, like, we like giving out candy.
Yeah,
Like, I
it's
like
fun.
it. I enjoy it. But we don't get the kids in this weird part of the neighborhood. It's pain. It's like,
Gotta work
Bummer.
for it, man.
you do. I gotta. Yeah, fuck it. That's not.
I've noticed over the years, the trick or treaters have been like gone down pretty low. I don't see much around this area.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
Oh well. Anyway, guys, that is it.
Oh yeah, hey, real quick though, once again, any information on the missing person, Catherine?
Catherine
get
Gillespie.
I think that's how you pronounce her last name.
Okay.
The non-emergency line for the Flagstaff Police Department is 928-774-1414. And yeah, it's weird, man. Missing peoples.
All right, guys, that's it. We'll see you this weekend sometime. I'm not sure, but we'll announce it before we do it, and we'll talk to more of you on Skype and take stories and all that stuff. And enjoy. Good night, guys.
Bring them good stories and peeps.
Oh. All right, you heard Ash. I guess you got to do it now, or you're going to be cursed with the bad rock.
Yeah.
The bad rock.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's it. I'm turning it off. Night, guys.